Hello everybody, dear friends. Today we are going to tell you about some cities and towns of the United Kingdom. In my opinion, it is very important to learn geography, culture and literature, customs and traditions, the way of life, the national cuisine and the national holidays of the country, the language of which you study. And of course, it is very important to know some information about cities and towns of the country and their places of interest. And today, the students of Group 2A will present you some cities of the country, some British cities, and tell about their places of interest, their attractions.
Cardiff is the capital of Wales. It attracts tourists with its mild climate and completely unusual castles. Cardiff is a city of rugby, amazing nature and hearty food. 3 rivers flow through its territory at once, Ely, Taff and Rhymney. Holidays in this part of the United Kingdom are rich and interesting, because there is where to go, what to see and where to have fun. Ancient fortresses are surrounded by large gardens. You can see low hills as if wrapped in transparent sea air. There are shops and markets with a century of history. There are many attractions in Cardiff. Cardiff Castle is the first of them. Cardiff Castle is located in the heart of the city, considered one of the most important in Wales. It is in neo-Gothic style. The second one is Cork Castle. It is another prominent representative of the neo-Gothic style. Due to the beautiful landscape and fabulous view, Cork Castle has been the filming location for many historical and fantasy films many times. Then comes Cardiff University. Cardiff University was founded in 1883. It is one of the oldest British universities and the largest university in Wales. It is 2 minutes from Cardiff Castle and is surrounded by beautiful parkland. Cathedral of Llandaff is the next attraction. Even though it is over 900 years old, it still works. Therefore, anyone can visit it. The cathedral is remarkable not only for its architecture, but also for the famous male choir, as well as the more rarely heard girls' choir. Ross Park is the last attraction I want to tell you about. Ross Park is a real historical landmark of Cardiff. It was founded in 1894. On the territory of this picturesque park there is a large lake of the same name, which is very popular with local fishermen. The park is very large. There are dedicated picnic areas on its territory, and in summer vacations are offered to ride a boat on the lake. On the territory of the vast park there is a botanical garden, which often hosts interesting exhibitions and other thematic events.
Manchester. Manchester is a city in northwest England, and it is one of the largest cities in the country, with a population of over 500,000 people. Manchester is the third most populated city in the UK after London and Birmingham. Manchester has a rich history and has been an important centre for trade and industry for many centuries, and played a major role in the Industrial Revolution. Today, Manchester is known for its diverse cultural offerings. The city is home to numerous museums, galleries and cathedrals, for example, the Museum of Science and Industry, the George Royals Library, the Manchester Art Gallery, the National Football Museum, the Manchester Cathedral, the Northeast Quarter, the Etihad Stadium and Old Trafford. Manchester hosts a number of festivals throughout the year, including the Manchester International Festival and the Manchester Jazz Festival. Manchester is also home to 2 of the most famous football teams in the world, Manchester United and Manchester City. The city has a strong sporting culture with a range of other sports being played and enjoyed by its residents and visitors.
Liverpool is one of Britain's biggest cities. Its population is more than 1.25 million. Liverpool is known to be England's most Catholic city, with a Catholic population much larger than in other parts of England. In the 18th and 19th, it was developing as Britain's major Atlantic port. It became a center of cotton trade and manufacturing industry. Now it has a magnificent Beatles museum. Hundreds of Beatles fans visit it every day. Liverpool is also known for its football teams. Liverpool is proud of its sites, especially of the two 20th century cathedrals. One cathedral is the property of the Church of England, and startling modern paintings decorate its interior. The other one belongs to the Roman Catholic Church. Its architecture is unique in its way, and the cathedral looks like a huge Indian wigwam. Liverpool has the largest number of museums and galleries in the UK outside London. The list of national Liverpool's museums includes the Museum of Liverpool, the World Museum, the Rocker Art Gallery, the Lady Lever Art Gallery, the Sudley House, the Merseyside Maritime Museum, and the International Slavery Museum.
Edinburgh is the jewel in Scotland's crown. This crown has many faces. Classical architecture built on hills and tree-filled valleys, medieval closes and sudden use of the sea from street corners. Edinburgh is one of the longest continuously inhabited places in Northern Europe. The Royal Mile is a series of streets in Edinburgh, one of the city's main attractions. The Royal Mile proper consists of 4 consecutive streets: Castle Hill, Lawn Market, High Street, and Canongate. The Holyrood Palace is the official residence of British monarch in Scotland. Holyrood Palace plays an important role as the official residence of Queen Elizabeth II. St. Giles Cathedral is a cathedral in Edinburgh located in the center of Royal Mile. Many famous and honorable Scottish citizens are also buried in the cathedral, such as James Graham, Archibald Campbell. Also, Robert Louis Stevenson and John Knox, although the grave of the latter is lost.
Luton is a very small town in England, located very close to the English capital London, which makes it an attractive tourist destination. The town has a population of about 230,000 and is famous for its winter holidays, especially at Christmas. One of the most beautiful historical sites in Luton is St. Mary's Church, which was built in the 10th century to commemorate the victory over the Danes. It has undergone a complete restoration in the early 20th century, during which many of the original features were restored. The ancient church also retains a tower, which reaches 27 meters into the air and is visible from many of Luton's historic streets.
Cambridge is a university city and the country town in Cambridgeshire, England. It is located on the River Cam, approximately 55 miles, 89 kilometers north of London. Cambridge became an important trading center during the Roman and Viking ages, and there is archaeological evidence of settlement in the area as early as the Bronze Age. The first town charters were granted in the 20th century, although modern city status was not officially conferred until 1931. It is famous for its number of attractions. For example, Cambridge colleges. Cambridge is famous for its beautiful and historic colleges. There is 31 colleges in Cambridgeshire, including world-renowned institutions such as King's College and Trinity College. The River Cam. The River Cam is one of the most iconic sites in Cambridgeshire. There are various pontoon towers available which offer stunning views of the college backs, and even the opportunity to try pontoon yourself. King's College Chapel. The chapel is one of the most iconic buildings in Cambridge, and it is home to the famous choir which sings live on Christmas Eve, but you will need to book in advance. The market. Cambridge's historic market is a great place to explore local produce and unique souvenirs. You can find food from around the world, handmade jewelry and crafts.
Glasgow. Glasgow is the largest city of Scotland with almost 1 million inhabitants. It lies only 50 miles from Edinburgh, near the west coast of Scotland. But most people would agree that the two cities could not be more different. Today, Glasgow is an important cultural center. In 1990, it became the European cultural center like Athens, Florence, Paris, Amsterdam, and Berlin. Glasgow has many interesting museums and art galleries. For example, the People's Palace, which tells the historical and social development of Glasgow. The museum, named after comparative religious studies, the study of different world religions through art. Glasgow Cathedral, a fine example of Gothic architecture, etc. However, Glasgow is perhaps the best known for the vibrancy of its people. Irish and Highland immigrants from previous centuries have added a bit of their own charm and wit to nothing but Glasgow, making it Scotland's friendliest city. In addition, the shopping facilities are particularly good as there are many small special shops around the main street.
So, we've introduced some British cities and their attractions to you. And I hope it was interesting and you liked our presentation.